Hello there. I welcome you to this presentation, having been rather quiet for some time. It's not that I have lost interest in sharing some ideas, some reflections on a variety of issues, even including books that I have written and those that are in the pipeline. I still have that interest, but there were just other things happening that have kept me away from this platform for a while. Now, this presentation is about my cultural identity as a Zimbabwean. This particularly focuses on those of you who are young people and are in the diaspora. It could be that you are still a child in primary school age. Perhaps you are in your teens. You could also be in your early 20s, even going into the mid-20s. You find yourself perhaps far removed from the language that your parents grew up speaking. Some of the behaviors and values and principles that they grew up on. Now, fine, you may be fine with that, you may be okay with that because you never dream of one day relocating to Zimbabwe. But you never know with the twists and turns of our lives. If you ask your parents, they might tell you they never dreamt when they were children that they would live their lives where you are right now, where they brought you up. So you never know. One day you could find yourself in Zimbabwe. It could also happen that you yourself have a desire or one day will actively desire to go and reside in Zimbabwe or even just visit to be familiar with where your parents come from. Did you ever hear of Joe Biden visiting Ireland practically 150 years after his great-grandparents initially left the country? So when he did that, he was recognizing his roots. So one day you could be curious. Even if you might not want to go and live there, you could be curious. I want to become familiar with this environment from which my parents came. Now, if you happen to be in that situation where you lack the language, your parents either did not have the time to teach you, or perhaps they themselves did not have the interest. If you are interested yourself, this is an opportunity for you just to learn a few basic aspects of, in this case, the Shona language, so that whenever that day comes and you visit there, you will not be stuck as to how to interact with the other people within that environment. Now, I will just start today with one word, just one word. In the Shona language, when you address your father, you use the word Baba. Now, it might sound very straightforward for those who are familiar with the language, who are steeped in it and use it every day. But I'm sure some have heard those very people who are steeped in the language have come across missionaries who would pronounce that same word Baba as Baba or Baba. Now, the same might apply to you who I am addressing, who were born and brought up in the diaspora. Now, this word, to help you pronounce it, just imagine that you are sucking air into your lungs with your mouth open. You are sucking the air through your mouth. You bring in the process, you bring your lips together. Now, imagine then you produce those two sounds consecutively. Ba, 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 ba. Now, you then go on to the next step of trying to produce that sound more smoothly. Then you go on to saying ba, 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 ba. So that is the word that is used to designate your father. Ba, 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 ba. And when you produce it even more smoothly, you simply say ba, 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 ba. I leave it to you to practice in your own time, even just looking at yourself in the mirror and giving yourself that preparation and confidence in saying that simple word. Thank you very much. Bye.